What is up, y'all? This is Gnosis, and this is a very special video today because I'm uploading this on my birthday. And for my birthday this year, I decided to share with you guys my absolute favorite creative map at the moment, which will help with improving your mechanics, your piece control, and everything in between. Now let's get into it. This map we're looking at today was made by the insanely talented Teadoh, and I will have a link to his YouTube in the description along with the creative code used for this map. Now once you load in, you're going to want to grab a few items real quick, which is a grappler, a pump shotgun, and crash pads. Once you have these items, we're going to grapple over to this corner of the map for our first drill. Now the AI will spawn as you see here once you're in range, and what we're going to practice here is ramping over an enemy while taking the walls from every direction. Now I recommend practicing different ways of editing through your ramp, and this here is one of my favorites, where you will flip the ramp one direction and then instantly edit it back the other way as a half ramp. This is such an incredible way to catch your enemies off guard, as they usually expect you to just fall through the first edit. Now once at the end of this section, you will see a rift that says back to lobby. So go ahead and walk through that and you will get sent back to the starting point, and from here you want to come over and shoot this cube in the air that says reset edits. This will cause you to respawn back to the map exactly how it was when you first loaded in. From here, we can head back to that same drill, except this time we're going to start at the top. We again just want to work on our edit speed, our reticle placement, and our piece control. Now go a little slow when you first start if you need to, and slowly increase your speed as you feel your movements start to become more and more smooth. Next up we have the exploit drill, where we pick up shockwaves and practice exploiting into boxes. Now starting with crash pads, we want to look directly at the top of the enemy's wall when we throw it, and make sure you're holding forward the entire time to do this properly. Another way to get into their box is to get on top and put a cone to one side, and then throw the crash pad at the side of the cone nearest to you as seen here. With the shockwave grenades, you just want to stand near the back of the box and throw it at the wall in front of you. And lastly, you want to learn how to exploit from an adjacent box by throwing the crash pad directly into the corner while holding forward. I have practiced this drill like crazy lately and can already see it paying off in real games. Moving along, we will now practice coning an enemy who is ramping over us by placing a cone above the ramp and then building 3 walls around them. From here, you just edit out to one side and re-edit that wall into a peak. I suggest practicing this from both directions and using a variation of different edits. This is definitely one of the easier piece control methods to learn and start using in real games when you're first starting out. Up next is just a pretty basic wall, ramp, and floor edit, but I do like to incorporate piece control into the drill by ending it with the ramp over my opponent and walls around them. I like to do this from both the left and the right for good practice. Now this next drill is one of the most important things you can practice to get better at build fighting, and that is the elevated cone jump. For this, just jump to one side and take a shot, and then catch yourself with the floor along with the wall to block returning shots. Now if you do not eliminate them with your first shot, I like to edit a window and throw in some walls to establish piece control. Now comes my favorite drill on this map, which will teach you the type of piece control you see from pros like Reet and Bugha. We start with just a standard mongrel classic, and then the AI will randomly spawn to either our left or to our right. From here, we establish piece control as quickly as possible and then take the shot. This drill is the perfect way to practice placing a cone over an enemy's box from various angles as you see here. Being able to block their top off so quickly gives you an unreal advantage in fights, and honestly is one of the flashiest forms of piece control you can perform on someone. Another very important type of piece control to learn is how to box someone ramping up to the side of you. For this, we will place the cone above their ramp and then throw a wall up between us. From here, you edit the wall and sneak 2 more walls in behind them, and then line up your shot. This is something that I personally have been trying to get faster at, and doing this drill over and over on this map has helped me so much already. Next, we just have a simple drop down wall retake. Now be sure after you take your shot that you do jump and place a floor beneath you to block off and return fire if you don't get the elimination. I also like to keep my shotgun out when I first jump on the ramp in case they do try and sneak in a quick peek. And feel free to use a variation of different edits here before going for the elimination. Moving on to another very important method of piece control, here we're going to do a 180 with a high wall to establish our first piece, and then edit a window and sneak in the rest of the walls for full control. This technique is perfect for when an enemy has the high ground on you and you have just ramped out to one side from directly under them. The last drill on this map that I like to do is called box fight edits, and it is amazing for practicing circling around boxes while editing. This is almost always the last drill I do before leaving this map. There you have it, the absolute best map to improve your mechanics and piece control. Now if this video helped you, please consider dropping a like on the video and subbing to the channel if you're new here. Also, I just recently started a Discord server where we can all hang out as a community and really get to know each other, so be sure to check the description for a link and come say what's up. I appreciate you all so much for the continued support, and until next time, keep on grinding.